ships. Nearly 80% of the Roman fleet was destroyed. As many as 100,000 men drowned in a terrifying act of nature. Never before had Rome lost so many men in a single incident. 100,000 casualties for any other nation would be crippling. Any other nation would hastily sue for peace. Any other nation would spend decades trying to recover. But Rome was not just any other nation. Infamous for its unrelenting determination.
I'm so sorry, give me a second.
Overwhelming odds. Rome's
Peaceful Buddha, who has reached nirvana under the Bodhi tree, tell us of that great epic poem called Iliad, the one whose first words is rage. That word sets the mood for the play, and its a human equivalence would be wrath, specifically as the Bible verse, do not have vengeance, for vengeance is the Lord's own. In ancient Greece, there is a term called hubris, outrageous arrogance, or arrogance against the gods. The first words of the Iliad begins, "O sing goddess of the god, O sing goddess of the wrath of Achilles, that sent heroes and chieftains to an untimely death, their souls to Hades at Tartarus, where Achilles himself would tell Aeneid, it is better to be a slave in the world up above rather than here in a place so deep that it would take an anvil 10 days to touch Tartarus if one were to be thrown down the beaches of Troy. Apollo sends the plagues on the Greeks, for they have pillaged the town and taken Chryseis, daughter of Chryseis. He's Apollo's priest, and he's asked for a plague to be sent, for he went to the King of Kings, man with the scepter, from Zeus himself, the god of gods, Agamemnon. He tells Apollo the priest, go from here, old man. Your daughter will grow old from shores away from the walls of Troy. For he had by now grown more affectionate of the war prize than Clytemnestra, who will avenge the death of her daughter Iphigenia by murdering him and Cassandra, daughter of Priam, and a priestess of Apollo, who gave her the gift of foresight, but when she denied his advances, cursed her that though you will see the future in dreams and visions, no one will believe your words. A vision such as this once was prophesied that Alexander or Paris will be the cause for the walls of Troy to come crashing down. So he was given to the shepherds to put the prince to an early end. The shepherd raised him as his own, and the young shepherd boy, while tending to his flock, was visited by Athena, the goddess of wisdom, warfare, and the queen goddess Hera. She rules over the world and the household, and Aphrodite, the goddess that arose out of the foam from the castrated testicles of Kronos by thunderbolt-wielding Zeus. The goddess each proposed a gift to persuade the young shepherd to pick Hera, promised him dominance over Hellenistic world in Asia Minor, modern-day Turkey. Athena gave him his guarantee in all his battles. Aphrodite promised him the most beautiful woman. The will of Zeus, a take on Armageddon, a mass extinction event, Noah's flood, and the Lord's sign of rainbow across the sky signaling the end of rain, and the dove finally returned with an olive branch. They say Noah planted the grapes and became a incoherent drunk after the flood. The will of Zeus is perhaps his mother Gaia telling him about the mass of humans and to ease her bearing weight. Or perhaps it is the will of Zeus to entangle in a war between Europe and Asia for his daughter Helen of Sparta. O sing, O goddess, the wrath of Achilles, that sent many a man to the gates of hell, young men whose bodies littered the beaches and was a feast to the dogs and vultures. Homer follows that with the will of the Zeus fulfilled, but the will of Zeus was falling in love with the woman who it was prophesied that man will be the greater than his father. So against the heart he wed Thetis to a Thetis, a gorgeous sea nymph, to Pallas, a mortal king of a small polis. The wedding was grand and all were invited, for the gods and goddesses and nymphs and anyone who was wanted for Zeus was at the wedding. All but Strife. Strife, anywhere she goes, she brings along strife to the vibrations of the environment. She finds an apple as she, I hope that went all right.